Well, it's official. Kirk Frost's reign of foolishness has come to an end. For years, fans have watched him make mistake after mistake, but this time, something changed. Rasheeda, the woman who stood by him through thick and thin, has had enough. She signed those divorce papers, and just like that, Kirk is left standing there, confused, lost, and regretting every decision that led him to this moment. For years, Kirk has played the role of the loving husband, but the truth is, his actions have been anything but loving. He's lied, cheated, and embarrassed Rasheeda more times than we can count, all while continuing to find ways to crawl back into her life. But this time, there's no turning back. This time, it's really over. So what happened? What was the breaking point that made Rasheeda say, "I'm done"? Was Kirk too busy acting like the CEO of Infidelity Incorporated while Rasheeda was quietly plotting her exit? We're about to break it all down and see how this all unfolded. But first, let's talk about what went down when those divorce papers were finally signed. For those who've been following the couple's journey over the years, it's no surprise that their relationship has been rocky. Kirk's cheating scandals have been a constant source of drama, and for a long time, it seemed like Rasheeda would always forgive him and take him back. But this time, something was different. Sources say that when Rasheeda finally decided to take the step of signing the divorce papers, it wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. No, sis had been quietly planning her exit for a while. She knew exactly what she was doing, and trust me, she made sure that Kirk felt every bit of the cold shoulder she was giving him. The paperwork was signed, sealed, and delivered to the lawyers before Kirk even realized what hit him. It's like she took control of her own destiny, and Kirk was left staring at the papers, wondering how everything went so wrong. The reality of it all set in hard. Imagine thinking you have time to fix things, only to wake up one day and find that half of your assets are already under review. This isn't just a divorce. This is Rasheeda making sure she walks away with everything she deserves. The businesses, the brand, the legacy. Meanwhile, Kirk, well, the only thing he's walking away with is a whole lot of regret. Kirk's reputation precedes him, and it's not a good one. For years, he's been the poster child for how not to treat your wife. He's had multiple cheating scandals, including the infamous outside baby situation, where Rasheeda found out he had fathered another child. That was a major blow, but she forgave him. The public watched as Kirk played the victim, acting like he was some kind of Saint Kirk of faithfulness every time he got caught up in his lies. But all of that came crashing down when Rasheeda finally decided she was done. It's clear that Kirk thought Rasheeda would always be there, always ready to forgive him and take him back. What he didn't realize is that, while he was out running game, Rasheeda was out here making moves. Big moves, boss moves, the kind of moves that ensured she wasn't going to be left holding the bag when everything fell apart. When Rasheeda made the decision to sign the divorce papers, it wasn't just about ending her marriage, it was about reclaiming her power and securing her future. She wasn't about to stay in a toxic situation just because of some old memories or unfinished business. No, she was ready to walk away with everything she's worked for, and that includes the businesses they built together. Let's talk about the financial side of things, because this is where it gets really juicy. Word on the street is that Rasheeda's legal team has been working overtime to gather receipts. They've collected evidence like Black Twitter during a celebrity scandal, and trust me, the tea is scalding. Allegedly, Kirk's finances have been a mess. His lifestyle might have looked bigger than his bank account, and sources say he's been dipping into business funds to cover his personal activities and side deals. Now that Rasheeda's walking away with her share, it's all coming back to haunt Kirk. When you live large and make reckless decisions, assuming that your wife will clean up your mess forever, well, eventually, the bubble bursts. Kirk is about to learn the hard way that the good times don't last forever, especially when you've been living outside your means. What's worse is that Kirk's bad business deals are catching up with him. There have been whispers about unpaid debts and shady investments that could leave him in serious financial trouble. Some sources even claim Kirk owes money to people who are not exactly known for being patient when it comes to getting paid. So, this divorce may just be the tip of the iceberg for Kirk. If he thought his problems were over, they're about to get much worse. While Kirk is spiraling, Rasheeda is over here thriving. She's unbothered, living her best life, and it's clear that dropping that 200 pounds of dead weight, aka Kirk, has done wonders for her. She's been spotted at events looking happier than ever, wearing outfits that scream, "I'm that girl," and posting motivational quotes that, let's be honest, sound like they're aimed directly at Kirk. One of the quotes even said, "Sometimes walking away is the most powerful thing you can do." And baby, we all know that was a direct hit. But here's the real plot twist. There have been rumors that Rasheeda's got something new cooking. No, we're not just talking about business. There's talk of a new mystery man in her life. Someone's been liking every post on her Instagram, leaving emojis, and let's just say the streets are watching. Could Rasheeda already be getting her groove back? Maybe, maybe not. But if she is, let's just say Kirk is going to be sick, and don't get it twisted. This isn't about revenge. This is Rasheeda leveling up, securing the bag, and making sure her future is solid. Kirk? Well, he might need to book a therapy session or 5 because he's facing the consequences of his actions. Now that the divorce is final, Kirk is facing a serious financial struggle. It's no secret that he's been living a lavish lifestyle. But now that Rasheeda is taking her share and walking away with the businesses they built, Kirk is left with nothing but his regrets. He's reportedly trying to make moves, reaching out to old friends, calling in favors, and trying to find new. business deals to stay afloat. But there's a problem. His reputation is shot. Before, Kirk could lean on Rasheeda's name to open doors. Now, those same doors are slamming shut in his face. The industry isn't trying to partner with someone who fumbled their biggest opportunity. He's no longer the man who built a successful business with Rasheeda. Now, he's just another man trying to stay relevant, and he's struggling. Speaking of the business, let's talk about Pressed Boutique. Remember that? Well, sources say that Kirk has been trying to negotiate his way into still having a stake in the business. But guess what? Rasheeda is not having it. She made it clear that Kirk's name is off the business. He's not getting a cut, a corner, or a cent from what she built. And honestly, that's exactly what he deserves. Kirk is learning the hard way that without Rasheeda, he has nothing. All of the power, all of the influence, and all of the success they achieved together came from her vision. Now that she's taken control, Kirk is left trying to figure out what's left in his life. And trust me, it's not much. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of Kirk's past decisions because the receipts are piling up. Some former business associates are coming forward with claims that Kirk owes them money. And let's just say, these people don't take too kindly to waiting on payments. So, while Kirk is dealing with his messy divorce, he's also facing a financial crisis that could be much worse than he ever imagined. It's not just about bad business decisions, it's about the lies and the manipulation that Kirk used to stay on top. For years, he relied on Rasheeda's hard work and success to keep him afloat. Now that she's gone, he's realizing that all of the power he once had is slipping through his fingers. As Kirk scrambles to figure out what's next, Rasheeda is thriving. She's not sitting around feeling sorry for herself. She's out here living her best life, glowing, and securing the future she always deserved. Whether it's her businesses, her new ventures, or her blossoming personal life, Rasheeda is showing the world that she was always the boss in this relationship. Kirk's downfall is a direct result of his own actions. He thought he could keep playing games with Rasheeda, but now he's learning that she was the one who held everything together. As he struggles with the consequences of his mistakes, Rasheeda is out here winning, proving that sometimes the best revenge is simply living your best life. As we look ahead, one thing is certain. Rasheeda is not looking back. She's moving forward, building her empire, and showing the world that she is more than capable of achieving success on her own. As for Kirk, well, his journey is just beginning. The road ahead is full of financial struggles, personal reflection, and a long list of consequences for the decisions he made. So, what's next for these two? For Rasheeda, the sky's the limit. She's already secured her peace, and now she's focused on her future. For Kirk, well, it's a different story. His financial struggles, damaged reputation, and shattered marriage are just the beginning of his long road to redemption, if that's even possible. What's even more telling is how Rasheeda has been embracing her personal power. Her social media posts have hinted at her thriving, and fans are here for it. She's not playing the victim, she's leveling up. She's out here securing the mop bag, building her future, and enjoying life without the weight of Kirk's mistakes hanging over her. It's clear that this is just the beginning of Rasheeda's next chapter, and it's one she's going to write herself. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Could Rasheeda already be seeing someone new? There have been whispers in the streets, and plenty of speculation on social media. Some fans have noticed a mystery man liking all of Rasheeda's Instagram posts, leaving cryptic emojis and commenting in ways that suggest a deeper connection. Of course, we can't confirm anything, but if there's even a hint that Rasheeda might have a new love interest, it's clear that this would send Kirk into a tailspin. Kirk's ego is already bruised by the fact that Rasheeda is living her best life and moving on without him. If it turns out that she has someone new in her life, it's going to be a blow to his pride. But let's make one thing clear. This isn't about revenge for Rasheeda. This is about her reclaiming her life and her happiness. If she's found someone new, great. If not, that's okay too. She's not rushing into anything. But if she's ready to move on, she deserves it. Kirk, on the other hand, seems to be spiraling further. His past decisions have left him in a financial hole, with his reputation in tatters and his future uncertain. While Rasheeda is out here, living her best life, Kirk is left trying to put the pieces of his life back together. And it's not going well for him. His attempt to salvage what's left of his business empire is falling flat, and his financial troubles are only making matters worse. Let's talk more about the financial aspect of this divorce, because that's where things get really interesting. While Kirk was out here making reckless decisions and spending money like he had an endless supply, Rasheeda was stacking her coins and securing her future. She had business accounts separate from personal finances, legal protections in place, and all the necessary steps to ensure that when the time came, she would walk away with what was rightfully hers. Kirk, on the other hand, apparently had some bad business dealings that he was hiding from Rasheeda. Allegedly, some of his investments were complete flops, and now, with Rasheeda walking away from the marriage, he's left to deal with the aftermath. His financial struggles are only going to escalate, especially now that Rasheeda has taken control of the businesses and secured her peace. As if that weren't enough, sources say that Kirk is facing potential legal issues as well. Rumors are swirling that he owes money to several people who aren't known for being lenient when it comes to collecting debts. So, while the divorce is messy, it's clear that Kirk has a lot more to worry about than just losing his wife. He's about to face the full consequences of his actions, and they're not going to be pretty. As we've seen, Kirk is desperate to maintain some semblance of relevance in the entertainment world. He's been trying to get booked for club hosting gigs, but the truth is, no one is really checking for him anymore. His reputation has taken such a hit that even those who once supported him are now turning their backs. No one wants to be associated with someone who's so publicly fallen from grace, especially when that person's personal life has become a spectacle. The producers behind Love and Hip Hop are reportedly scrambling to figure out what to do now that the power couple is no more. Kirk and Rasheeda were the heartbeat of the show, and their storyline was a major draw for fans. Now that the couple is splitting up, the show's future is uncertain. Some insiders claim that producers have been trying to convince Rasheeda to stay on and document her life as a single woman, but it remains to be seen whether she'll agree to that. If she does stay on the show, it could be a huge win for her. Imagine a whole season of her thriving, building her empire, and living her best life while Kirk is out here struggling to make ends meet. That would be the ultimate revenge, and honestly, it's a storyline fans would love to see. Kirk Frost's downfall is just beginning. His financial troubles, his damaged reputation, and his loss of Rasheeda's support are going to have long-lasting effects. As he tries to navigate life without Rasheeda by his side, he's going to have to face the reality of what he's done and the consequences of his actions. Rasheeda, on the other hand, is already moving forward. She's not waiting around for Kirk to figure his life out. She's living her life on her own terms, and she's proving that she doesn't need a man to be successful. Whether she's starting new business ventures, enjoying solo vacations, or possibly exploring new relationships, she's in control of her own narrative. And that's exactly how it should be. So, what's next for Kirk and Rasheeda? It's clear that Rasheeda is thriving, while Kirk is left to deal with the mess he created. The divorce may be over, but the drama is far from finished. With Kirk's financial struggles, his public disgrace, and his damaged reputation, it's only a matter of time before we see how deep this fallout goes. Meanwhile, Rasheeda is moving forward, securing her future, and showing the world that she's more than capable of thriving on her own. What do you think? Does Kirk deserve this downfall, or do you think there's still a chance for him to turn things around? And should Rasheeda spill all the tea in a tell-all book? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this wild situation. Stay tuned because it's only getting crazier from here.